Hello and welcome back to the Eight Figure Dentist podcast. So today's episode is going to be short but very potent. We're going to talk about how to win in a saturated area. So many people come to me and they say, Johanna, but the way you teach practice growth for women doctors sounds so intriguing and so interesting. I like this idea of boutique practice. I don't want to have 10 offices. I don't want to be overworking and managing a huge staff, but I don't know if it's going to work for me. I am in a saturated area. There's so many dentists or so many orthodontists around me, and I'm just not sure if I can increase my fees. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to niche down. So let me teach you today the strategy of how to win if your practice is located somewhere downtown or somewhere in a saturated area. So there's only two ways to win when you are in the sea of other dentists, what it's called the red ocean. It's a fancy marketing term that basically says you are competing with other people in the same pool. Like the ocean is red because it's full of blood, because all of the fish is like eating each other, right? So there are only two ways to win in the red ocean. One, you have to become omnipresent, or two, you have to become extremely specific. So let's break it down. What is omnipresent? Omnipresent means you have to become the biggest fish in this red ocean. That means spending $30,000-$50,000 a month on marketing, aggressive marketing. You have to be on everybody's mind. You have to be louder than any other doctor in your area, in your specialty. Okay? Some people do that. If that's something you want to do, go for it. That's not something that I teach. And a lot of doctors don't have this financial tolerance or this risk tolerance because it takes time to nail down your ads. And without that second strategy that I'm going to teach you, you're actually going to end up spending tens of thousands of dollars on quote unquote testing the ads where you could have been there much faster. So one is you have to become omnipresent, meaning you have to be on everybody's mind. Like every patient needs to know, oh yeah, that practice, that's right. I've heard about them somewhere. They were on TV. There were ads on social. They are on Google. Anything I open, it's them. They're everywhere. They're in schools. They're doing aggressive marketing, aggressive client acquisition. That's one way to win in a saturated area. Another way is to be very specific. What that means is, the concept that I teach you guys is niche. Develop a specialty within the specialty if you're a specialist. Become known for something very specific. This automatically eliminates your competition. What this strategy does is you're no longer competing in the red ocean. You know what you do? You create your own blue ocean. And that's what I personally prefer, and that's what most of my clients prefer. But in order to do that, that means that you need to be willing to, for your marketing purposes only, to start marketing yourself towards something very specific. And I have multiple episodes about the niche, and I have trainings about the niche, what niche is. If it's absolutely first time you are tuning into my podcast, welcome. So excited you're here. I'm going to give you a very quick rundown what I mean by niche. It's becoming known for some specific technique or philosophy within your specialty. For example, if you're an orthodontist like me, and then, for example, become known for lingual braces for adults. You are the lingual orthodontist in the area. Or maybe you are if you're a general dentist, you do minimum prep veneers. So you become like the veneer queen in your area. So all your marketing is focused only on, all I do is minimum prep veneers, minimum prep veneers, minimum prep veneers. You don't have to be as loud because you're so specific. So what it's going to do is the referring partners that you're working with, You're not just going to go everywhere. You're going to go to specific people where your dream premium patient, as I call it, is already there, which services they are using. If your niche, if your specialty within the specialty, for example, is minimum prep veneers, then you're going to work with med spas. You're going to work with image consultants. You can even work with attorneys, divorce attorneys. How many of you thought about working with these people? You haven't. That's how you're creating the blue ocean, because other doctors are not thinking about that. I remember when I helped grow this orthodontic practice as an airway practice. Do you know who our referring partners were? We didn't go to pediatric dentists and general dentists like most orthodontists do. We went to myofunctional therapists. We went to ENTs. We went to sleep medicine physicians. How many of you orthodontists are thinking about that? It's exactly my point. You don't have to compete in the same red ocean. You create your own blue ocean. That's why what I do inside of the 8-figure dentist, inside of my coaching business, it's feminine sales. It's feminine way of running business. It's not bro marketing. It's not bro growth strategies. You go to seminars and most of them are men. They're telling you more, better, let's go, let's do this. More suffering, more sales. There's another way. There's a better way. When you actually see your children, where you actually have time for your Pilates. And that's what we do inside of the 8-figure dentist. All right. If you're in a saturated area, decide which one of these 2 strategies you want to go. If you're anything like every single woman dentist and orthodontist in my world, you don't want to be becoming omnipresent and competing with everybody else. You want to create your own blue ocean. And in order to do that, I have an excellent training called the 8-figure practice that teaches you how to figure out your specialty within the specialty and how to market it online and offline. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes below. Otherwise, reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll see you in all of the places. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.